What is up, everybody? What's going on? Happy Tuesday, or Tuesday night, I should say. Because for those on the East Coast, it's already 9 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock here. We're in Central. Unless you're in California, then it's only 6 o'clock, and then it's kind of like evening, not night. Anyway, though, it's been kind of a crazy past 24 hours for me. Yesterday was like 80 freaking degrees outside. I actually had to turn my central air unit on because I was starting to sweat in here because I actually had really humid because we had all the rainstorms coming through. So it was very humid, and I just decided to turn the air on. So that was interesting. First time of the year, putting the air on. And next week, it looks like I'll be cutting grass because my grass is growing like crazy now. You know, that's the report from the Great North. My grass is growing. I have to cut it now.
Congratulations.
I know, right? Not really. More like sympathy card here because I hate cutting grass. I feel like sometimes I have to cut it like twice. Like, cut it on Sunday and then cut it again by Thursday or Friday, especially if we get a lot of rain and sunlight. It's already back to where it was. But it is interesting to actually go to bed and having the air on and stuff, and because normally it's like the heat's on, so but it's only like 53 degrees outside right now. So next Monday and Tuesday is supposed to be like 70, 74. But what's going on? Cheeseburger and Comics saying he's first. Hello, it's the people who are in the chat who aren't talking or just watching. You may notice that we're light on number tonight. You gotta go speak to his accountant. So Zach's hanging out with Ben Affleck, confirmed.
We could have just contacted me. I could have said 1, 2, 3.
Yes, you'll need three more zeros in order to talk to me. I'm your accountant. Alrighty, so then I guess we'll get this going here. For those who are new to this game, or whatever, basically, Breen and I, whoever is on the stream with me, most of the time it's me and Eric, we just take the 5 books from our pull list, each of our pull lists, and we rank them in basically, at least I do. I'm Breen, I'm pretty sure you do too as well, but we rank them and we're the most excited we are to read it, in order. So we start from 5, and we count down to 1. So you're literally getting a top 10 if you combine our stuff together. But hello to Brian. What's up? Hope you're doing well. All right, share my screen here.
So 2 years later, and everybody else, I finished Ted Lasso today. It recovered well. I really enjoyed the last several episodes.
My friend always gives me crap for that because he'll watch them and he watched all Breaking Bad. You just sit there and it's like, oh, I had to wait some of these boring seasons. And then he's like, I discovered, like, hey, you ever heard of the show? It literally like a month or two after it ended, like I just started watching the show. He's like, "Are you serious? You just started watching?" It's like, and I did again with Haven. Haven was another one, But yeah, I always start shows. I read this guy. I found out about him like or either a year or shortly after they ended, and these shows have been on for like 5 or 6 years, and I just never knew that they're on because I didn't watch AMC, so I didn't know, and I never knew that Breaking Bad about that. Wasn't nothing on to watch on AMC other than Sundays, which would be like Walking Dead. But all right, so crazy as far as comic books coming out this week. Also, we have with Thursday being May 1st, well, we know Free Comic Book Day is probably going to be this Saturday then, right? The 3rd, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of Free Comic Book Days books popping up in this week's, not our pull list, but as far as in the League of Comic Geeks here, which we use for showing you guys stuff. Then it's free to use, free to register. It's a great way to keep track of your stuff, unless you want to do the old notepad, or I guess full leaf, college journals, notebooks. Yeah. But all right, though. But I'll let you go first this week. Super Brain. What is your number 5?
Okay. I am going to go off the board here and go with giant size wacky racers.
Oh, you did see that.
Yes, I watched that as one of the few cartoons I've ever seen. It came out when I was a kid. I mean, I remember Penelope Pitstop and Dastardly Dick, and I think there might have been a dog that always went.
I was actually talking. Yeah, I was actually talking to the girls about this, Lester's. I said, "This actually my book. They actually might want to read. It's all about
Like
Penelope
Muttley or something like that.
Yep.
Unless I'm mixing up my cartoons.
Dick Dastardly, Muttley, and Penelope
Okay,
Pitstop. And Ivan Cohen, the writer of Sonic the Hedgehog, is writing it. Yep. It says 40 pages of story and art, thrilled to the all new adventures of Penelope Pitstop. The giant-sized one-shot features 3 thrilling chapters that take us on a high-octane adventure from writer Ivan Cohen and superstar artist in the making, Mariano Benitez Chapo. Featuring a race for the ages with a tough and beautiful Penelope, handsome and mysterious Peter Perfect, which I've never heard of this guy. So it's perfect. And of course, Dick Dastardly.
I'm guessing Peter Perfect was Penelope's boyfriend.
Must be. Yeah. And the new look at Muttley. All this action, high-speed adventure under 3 covers. Joseph Linzer, Michael Linzer, and Igal Gelman, and Robert Hack.
I don't know if I like the idea of redesigning Muttley.
It's a Robert Hack variant.
Yeah, I hope I want him to still look like that.
No. Yeah. So there's that. Then here's and then Gelman variant. Penelope Pitstop. Looks more like Archie. Updated. So remember, these are just covers. They're gonna do pinups. The main cover was Michael Linzer. So that was this one right here. Joseph Michael Linzer cover is the main cover, which actually does look like them, except for her. She looks like Dawn. Yeah. It says it gives you this. So basically, I've gone as rated in the title, starring into some of the best loved and most well-known characters in fiction, ranging from Batman, Spider-Man, and the Teen Titans to Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, and even Space Jam version of LeBron James. Look, his work includes mainstream comics for all ages, custom projects to clients such as Lego, Honda, Mars Incorporated, and Snickers, the award-winning Batman and Scooby-Doo mysteries, which is really good, and the teen adult focused multiversity Teen Justice, featuring the breakthrough character Kid Quick. Wacky Races is an animated TV series aired in 1968 to 1972. So you were the right age for that. 62. So you're about ages 4 to age 8. Yeah. The series was powerfully inspired by the 1965 slapstick comedy The Great Race, as it consists of 11 drivers racing across North America in order to win the title of World's Wackiest Racer. The cartoon has a large number of regular characters with 23 people and animals spread along 11 race cars. Wow. Honestly, I hope it's really done well, because honestly, I don't like it when they bring back stuff like this and then they modernize it to the point where it doesn't resemble anything like the actual characters. But I can't say for the interior art because I've never heard of this person. He doesn't even have a picture. So that's another point taken off for him. But Ivan Cohen is a really good writer. He is the one that is currently doing the writing for the DC Sonic crossover with the Justice League. He's also been doing the Sonic the Hedgehog is in the Batman Scooby-Doo mysteries, which are really good too as well. So guy knows how to write kids books, and that's good because this is a kid book. This should not be written for adults. It should be written for kids.
Okay. I just saw a commercial for I don't remember what it was for. It was for some 1999 deal. So they got Joey Fatone, the other guy from NSYNC that Aaron knows.
Baby McRibs.
And it said because the guy says because he was a big deal in 1999. but they showed him. He looks like Gratu.
No.
I mean, a lot like him.
He's aging.
Well, he's had the same same haircut, and same amount of gray and the same kind of beard. But.
He always had that. He's always. Whenever they came like in sync, all the members and all the boy bands, even with Backstreet Boys, Joey Fatone always looked like he was the one that was not in shape. The rest of them were like skinny, and he looked like he was like 10 years older than them. He's like, "What's up, fellow teenagers?" Oh, so he probably, I don't know if he had a drinking problem, but I mean, he probably he's probably just a guy that's eating, nothing wrong with that. But anyway, but thank you for reminding me of my teenage years. Yes. That is your number 5.
Yes.
Alrighty. What's up, the Summoner? What's up, buddy? What we got here in the chat here? You're looking good. Wacky Ray says, I remember watching it as well. I might be the youngest person in here. Very possible. When I say youngest, I'm turning 40 this June, so it's like, they're really young. So, I mean, in a sense, no. All right, my number 5 for this week is actually the number 2 of a series that started a while back. About probably a month ago. Probably. We scroll down. Oh yeah, did you hear that Gotham City Sirens is getting another book?
Oh yeah, I saw that Wes did a long video with that. If you're going where I think you're going, it was more than a month.
No. I'm going to Pinopolis.
Yep. That's about 3 months.
It feels it's been a while. Pinopolis or Apocalypse is a mix of 1950.
Here, let me help you.
Go ahead.
It's just pin up and apocalypse.
Pinopolis.
Pin apocalypse.
I know, it's such a weird word.
Pin up. I can't say.
See?
Pin apocalypse.
Yes, Pinopolis is a mix of 1950s sci-fi and horror tropes reimagined with a clever twist. Set in 1950s small town America, this satirical, right? And adventure pits 2 stylish pinup girls against hordes of zombies and aliens. Inspired by Hollywood filmmakers like Ed Wood, Sam Raimi, Edgar Wright, Pinopolis is out of this world with a story with a Gil Avgren aesthetic that titillate readers. These are some big words that the normal people don't use. Titillate. Who uses that word? That's just a weird word. Foxy meets Roxy when she saves her from being devoured by zombies. Meet cute. But the relief doesn't last long, as once they realize the entire town has been transformed and they're surrounded. Miraculously escaping, they head to Foxy's house to wait it out. But Foxy doesn't know that her parents have prepared a surprise party with lots of guests. Zombie guests. I love this. There he is. There's the Evil Dead homage. That's kind of funny. Drop Dead Gorgeous. So that's how you actually do it right. When it comes to like these books. Because right now, if you guys don't know, they are actually doing a Return of the Living Dead comic book. And the interior art is horrendous on it. The story is goofy, kind of like the original movie was, but the gore isn't really gore. And if you're going to do a zombie thing, you got to have the zombie stuff. So, but I like this because it actually is giving a little bit of variety, something they normally don't have in this. Here's the other cover, and it has the hand sticking out. That's that one. And then we have the other incentive cover. This is 1 in 15. And then we have the 1 in 25 by Svetya Shubina. Right? Yeah, Shubina. So the pinup cover, which I know my shop will not carry. So anyway, though, I'm looking forward to this. Actually, it's different. It's like it's like Betty versus Veronica in a 1950s sci-fi horror.
More like Betty Page
Yeah,
and Veronica Lake, but if that's what you meant.
Well, no, but that helps. Yeah. Nods. Yeah. That's exactly what I meant.
I thought so.
Yes. So always plays. I have somebody here who knows the greats. But I don't know. Brain, did you pick up the first one?
I did.
This is through Massive Publishing. So that's probably why it's taken a long time, because this Massive is one of the smaller prints.
Yes.
So I really do hope it does come out tomorrow, and be able to pick it up and read it, because one of the few books that's out there that's not like everything else. I love it. It's kind of separate right now. There isn't really any zombie books, which is interesting. But alrighty then. Let us go to your number 4.
You can leave that there.
Oh, really?
And now we can move to your number 4.
Oh, well, all right.
Listen, I didn't get this the week it came out.
Yeah.
I picked it up, I think, the next week and was really pleasantly surprised by it. It had just enough humor. The art was worth the price, which
shocking.
We can't always say that about these really small press companies. And it felt like you know what it felt like? It was like if a drive-in movie was a comic book. It
felt like Night of the Comet, but set in the 1950s thing.
Well, I mean, so like I said, it just felt like it felt like a drive-in movie.
Yep.
And that was, I really did enjoy this. I said a couple of series that are going, I'm picking up that just to finish. Mm-hmm. This one, I'm genuinely, looking forward to reading.
Also, it's set in the 1950s.
Yeah,
I don't see a lot of books in the 50s.
Yeah, that's where I got. That's why I compared to a drive-through or drive-in. I mean, because that was, the drive-in's heyday is 50s and 60s, but and the 70s. But
it's Grease with zombies.
Well said.
Brain is the word. The word.
Yeah. So that's Yeah, I hope it stays good.
Yeah, honestly, it's. I get a feeling it's gonna be one of those books that a lot of people are gonna sleep on, unfortunately, because everyone's too glued to the superheroes, which is nothing wrong with that. That's your cup of tea, but I have been so pushed out from modern comics for superhero stuff, just as you are, and a lot of people have, by what they've done to the character and stuff. So I've gone into a lot of indie books.
I think a lot of people are going to be sleeping on this because they're not going to know it exists.
Nope.
Because I'm sure a lot of stores won't be getting it because that's a.
No, I was shocked. Because I have one store who does indie books, and then the other one rarely has indies. That's the big box store. It doesn't do indies much. So I was like, wow, they actually had this, because the furthest the closest they get to indies at the other store, the big box store, is Walking Dead Deluxe. I'm like, that's not really an indie, But my number 4 for this week is a series that's been going on for a while. It's by Robert Kirkman. It's called Void Rivals. The last issue, it just really just showed you what could be for Heroes and Transformers. I guess the origin of Unicron. For those who know who Unicron is, from the 1980, was it 87 or 86? Transformers animated movie. Unicron was a giant transformer who basically was a giant planet, and he would basically use Galactus. He would just devour other planets. And we know that this place in where the Void Rivals takes place, there's a black hole, and we learn from one of the Transformers that she had fled from Cybertron and lured this beast and by the Zertonians, and basically trapped it in a black hole to prevent it from destroying Cybertron. And she built the world around the two worlds, two halves, from the portal, and their whole purpose was basically to keep them from reawakening the beast. But it looks like he might be escaping soon. So if it is going to be Unicron, it is a very unique storytelling of this, and I'm just looking for more of these characters, and because this is the only book that Robert Kirkman's actually writing right now. Everything else he's kind of overseeing, but it's being written by other people. Danny Warren Johnson's on Transformers, Josh Williamson's on G.I. Joe. So this is the third book that's in the universe right now, and I look forward to seeing how more it all ties in together, because I love the new direction of this. I never was a big fan of G.I. Joe. I thought the cartoon was kind of hokey, but I like the fact that they kind of like decided to mature it up a little bit and actually have consequences. People do die. So it's a little, and especially with Transformers, whenever a human gets picked up by a Transformer, squish, logic. So, or I stepped on something. Oh, it's a human. Wipe his foot off. So I like that. So I'm looking forward to this. Well, alrighty, that was my number 4 there, sir.
I suspect we have the same 3.
We might.
Just maybe in different orders. My number 3 is Batman, A Long Halloween, Last Halloween, whatever the order that is.
That's actually left it on my pull list, or at least the top 5.
Really?
It's been kind of dragging for me lately. I'm not as excited looking for the next one. I kind of felt like the last 2 were just kind of okay. But it says the hunt rages on. Batman and Robin and the GCPD's hunt for the mysterious killer. Savaging Gotham's underworld heats up. Yeah. Like I said, it started off strong, but then, like, to me, it got overshadowed by a Batman and Robin Year One by Mark Waid. Maybe it's just because it's not Tim Sale's art or something. I don't know what it is, but I mean, remember it's just Jeff Loeb's just.
Speaking of Batman and Robin Year One, doesn't it seem like it's been longer than a month since the last one of those?
Yes. That might be next week. Who knows? But artist this time on this book is Dave Johnson. I've never heard of this guy before.
I haven't either.
Yeah. The new artist. Let's see what he's done.
Well, I'm hoping this is good because I would like for Jeff Loeb to have one book this month that doesn't suck.
Looks like this guy did some Resident Evil. And some 100 Bullets and stuff of that. So, the Deadpool. So, honestly, I hope it's gonna be good. But like I said, the last one wasn't as well. I didn't really like it as much. So I hope it just continues to go. But here's the thing, though. This is the second half, the second arc, going into the final half of the story. Issue 7. And I hopefully it does and ends well, because we only have 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 5 more issues. So, all right, no. Anything else to say?
Nope.
All right. Also, the $4.99 price is killing me too. Seems like everything is just going up in price.
I know, and $4.99 is the median price.
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous. That means comic books are now 20 times more expensive than they were when I started.
Would you rather eat a comic book or eat a Big Mac meal? It's getting that point where it's like a value meal price. Sometimes like $6, and you get like 20 pages. So I know Rob Liefeld was hawking his book. His updated one is like 48 pages for like $6 for his Youngbloods Deluxe thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything new in it, or all of it is just basically a reprint of the original facsimile. But I flipped through it, and it just, the art was horrendous in it. I like Rob Liefeld on like certain things like Deadpool and stuff, when he's drawing Wolverine, it's a Cable. but I have no connection to any of the Youngblood stuff. That probably was what really made it sour taste in my mouth.
That Youngblood never did anything for me.
No. Same with Wetworks. Was that the other one? Cyberforce or Cyberforce?
At least Wetworks was prettier to look at. It was.
That was that Brian Patachio?
Will Portatio.
Will Patachio? Yeah. Yeah. Better artist. Alrighty then. For my number 3. It's a book that's not on your list, dude. It is Feral, number 12. I love this cover. This is so cool. I love it. Pet City clothes. The blood and stuff. And it has the cats, the glowing eyes because they have rabies. It just says surrender your pets. Because the local government wants you to surrender the pets because they all have rabies. They can check them and then put them down. So, and then we have the little homage variant here. Not sure what movie this is. But yeah, they're all based on movies. And sometimes it tells you on the cover, but it didn't tell you at all. Yeah, but Trisha Forstner has just been one of those artists that I never would have thought, but like, hey, I'm gonna read a book with your art in it, because I always thought that Tony Fleeks was the artist too. That until I realized that Trish Forstner is the artist, and the way she draws everything, as far as this, all the cats looking like they're Disney cats. Like if you ever watch Aristocats or anything that Disney cartoons back in the day, you know, it is just crazy. Dude. So basically, Elsie, Lord, Gigi, and their makeshift pack find new allies as they make their way to Pet City Sanctuary.
Pet City
Sanctuary. But can they trust these mysterious new cats? What are they after? What are they hiding? Who is the Hulk? Why is the Hulk? And what kind of cat has its own vicious guard dog?
I know that's comic art, but it seems weird to see cats that are awake.
Right? Why is there a cat that's awake?
The cat's never awake.
Here's the thing about cats though. Cats never fully deep sleep. They always have they're always light sleepers because in case they have to move because of danger or whatever.
Yeah.
Unless your cat's snoring.
No.
You're snoring. It's loud as loud as that. That's the cat.
She's sleeping pretty good right now, though. Jeez.
They'll if you look at them, like you make noise, they'll look up, but their eyes will look at you, or if you get close to them. But yeah, that's one of the things I saw that their survival that they said for cats, where dogs just go completely under. Yeah. What we got here? What's up, Undead Quinn? I haven't seen you in a while too. This is crazy. At least on this channel, since they put that out. He says, when trade's gonna drop? I don't know. We'll be looking at trades after this. Maybe there'll be a new trade. I started at $2.99, and then it says number 2 is Feral. Yeah, dude. As I said, the Disney tone is what I like about this book. I've always said it's like, if you're gonna have a zombie movie, put it at Six Flags or Disney World. Disney World's the most happiest place on earth. Turns out the world's worst nightmare, as Mickey Mouse tries to attack you, whatever. But you hit all the zombie princes too. Brian says he's only 3 pulls this week: Batman the Last Halloween, Defenders of the Earth, and Seven Sword of Conan. I only got 2 of the books on your pull list. Not reading the Defenders of the Earth, but I know Brian is. Not much more to say about this other than it is, if you like Stray Dogs and you like the art that was in there, yeah, you're gonna like this too. Literally is 3 house cats. It's homeward bound, but they're trying to make their way home, but when they make it home, they can't because their humans aren't there, and they're surrounded in the woods by animals that have rabies. So they're trying to not get scratched, not get bit, and survive. And they have, and just like it's just one thing after another, and they all have their distinct personalities. They don't all listen. They causes chaos, and as they meet new people along the way, they meet like a cat. That it basically has like he's like an outdoor cat, so he's like he knows things and all stuff, and he's very very bright, very survival. He's more like it's kind of like the guy from Full Metal Jacket. He's like, "What the hell's your damage, son?" No, he's that guy. So I like this, and it comes across. I would love to see this animated into a movie. That'd be so great. But anyway, that is my number 3 for this week, sir. Let's go to your number 3.
Batman was my number 3. So we're on number 2.
Oh, sorry, that's right. That's right. You went before me. Number 2, then.
World's Finest Annual.
Great. That is actually my number 2 as well.
And I think we're going to be
probably
in line there. I got a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this. I like a good crossover, and this is so far.
Well, yeah, we're getting the original Lex Luthor, which I love, the villain version. I know you love the new one.
Well, but I don't like cartoon supervillain Lex, but it's part of the story, so that's fine.
This is definitely Super Friends Lex, or actually no, to take back. This is more like the Lex that they had in the Justice League Unlimited series back in the day. He still was in charge of the Legion, the Doom, except their Star Sapphire was on the team. She was evil.
To quote your oft-used 2 words, I like post-crisis Lex.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Than maniacal supervillain Lex.
Yeah. We are yesterday, part 3. The secret origin of the single most unholy union in DCU history has at last revealed. The Legion of Doom has set in motion a scheme to lay waste to not only the world's finest team, but the present-day Justice League Unlimited. How is this possible? All will be revealed in the special World's Finest Annual by Mark Waid, Mr. Frank Howell, and Dan McDade. Plus, meet John Stewart, the newest ringslinger of Sector 2814, in this definitive World's Finest first telling of John Stewart's Lantern origins. Now, that might be right, but I have a feeling that Christopher Cantwell's probably running that one. That's what I'm thinking. It shows him on here. Cool. So he's in this one. So then, no, he doesn't list as far as the other story. Oh no, I take it back. Morgan Hampman's is writing that story with John Stewart, of course. I'm just sorry. I'm trying to see Morgan Hampton. It's like LeBron James has put on a wig.
I still think that looks like a woman. Yeah, I just soon, if we couldn't get an annual length story, then they should have just done it as a special and regular price.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, that's the thing. That's the way the world's up, and these little backup things. If you want to cater to pander, and then have a black writer and black artist, why don't you just put them in their own little books?
That's usually the way annuals work, but
I know.
Like I said, I'm not invested in any comic book universe enough to care to read backup stories.
Yeah. So we got Black Manta's in this, which I'm really looking forward to that too. I get Cheetah. I don't like the new. That's obviously that's not from this book, but that's a new version of Cheetah. He looks, or not, the Scarecrow. I'm like, he just looks stupid. You know what it reminds me of? The Porcupine from Marvel. Back in the day, in the Silver Age. But incentive covers. We have a cover B by Clayton Henry. It's okay. Batman's head's a little fat. Then we have the Salvador LaRocca variant, which looks pretty decent. There, except for Black Manta. He can't even stand up. Look how big his helmet is. It Lex in his giant power suit, which blinders on. He can't see over his shoulder pads. I'm sorry, I don't care. There's no way he could fight Superman. He would lose. He would smack into a building while being chased. Yeah, I'm not sure why Sinestro has a Green Lantern uniform on if he's Yellow Lantern. That's confusing. The Daily Planet, 125 Laura Brega cover. So, actually kind of cool. Little, yeah. I'll probably just stick with the main cover, but I'm sorry. I just. Ugh. I mean, when Christopher Cantwell is, you'd rather read his story than the Morgan Hampton story. I'm just saying, that's not good. But yeah, that's my number 2. Let's go to your number 1.
Yeah, you know where we're going, so bring us home.
Homage cover is for the Pearl. For those who are wondering, I've never heard of that. Must be is that a newer horror slasher movie, or is that an older, the 80s? And Nicholas says, I only had 4 books the whole entire month. Really? Wow. His number 1 is Void Rebels, number 18. So I'm curious, because you just showed me your 2 books here. What was your other 2 books for this month? And even if you don't have books, okay, Gwen, you can still show up. We like having you here. But our number 1 this week is in the number 1 spot. Figure that out. That is Ultimate Spider number 16. I saw a preview of this page and stuff, and it looks good. The Secret Origin of Mysterio, 619. Even Kingpin knows a little bit about the criminal in the smoky helmet, but Spider-Man's about to learn more than he bargained for. I really think it's Gwen. I mean, if it's not Gwen, I will be shocked. But it's gonna be someone. It's got to be someone. I don't think it's Quentin Beck.
I don't think find out tomorrow.
Yep, it's not Quentin Beck. It's gotta be someone else. Oh. But I also noticed though these covers here, this will be like an interior page. Like when you go actually open up like the open on the cover, they'll get rid of this Ultimate Spider thing here and they actually continue the whole entire page, so you'll get to see the rest of the colored eyes. Here's Kylos Fabian, 125, which is a homage to a different cover. Remember? I think it was right. There was another cover of Spider-Man, or is this a panel?
I don't recognize this.
It reminds you of Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yeah, but a different angle, and there's nobody. Yeah. Mysterio's in the background.
This is Geraldo Sandoval Ultimate Special Variant. So they're using a cover from last year. Michael Walsh. I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah, that's the covers for this week. Yeah, I honestly, if you're not reading this, yeah, they actually do list Quentin Beck here though. It's interesting though, Mysterio. So maybe it is. I heard it. It's awake.
Yeah. She woke up, decides she wants a minute or so of attention, and then she'll go away again.
She's going to the wires. Watch out.
No, not yet. She's scratching herself on a stack of bagged and boarded comics.
Yep. Sometimes they do that because they have an itch, so they'll rub and then sometimes it's just like the way they're getting petting without you have to pet them. They're self-efficient.
Yeah. Aren't you? No, don't eat the wire.
Also coming out this week, Look, free comic book day. You can get Ultimate Universe to Denise Camp, or Amazing Spider-Man #1.
Find a shoestring.
Yeah. We have a Absolute Universe Special Edition. Superman Unlimited. Yay! No one cares. Oh, Nyx is the other book that's getting canceled. That's what Wes is talking about, because nobody likes that one.
Yep. Yeah, isn't that great? Cancel a book starring Kamala Khan just as you're retrofitting her into all of the X-Men's greatest stories.
Yep.
Marvel's just beyond a parody at this point.
Yes. Godzilla versus Spider-Man. Don't really care.
Ooh, that reminds me. Glad you said Spider-Man. So I'm going to make a note to pick up Predator or Spider-Man tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Thunderbolts versus the regular Thunderbolts. Doom Strike 3. TVA. Energon Universe. Those 45 special. Rockefellers wasn't on our list tonight.
It was my original number 5, but
yeah,
I substituted a Wacky Racer so we could talk about it.
Yeah. That is on my pull list. It's on my top 5, but look, that's another book. It's like a hit or miss. I'm looking forward to see what's going on. I need, because it's kind of been dragging compared to some other books. The Kitty Pryde, Wolverine. I don't think so. This isn't the facsimile. This is actually the new book.
No, it's a new one, and Claremont's writing it, but I need to look through it and make sure that it's not Tumblr art before I. But at least
I hear you.
Is it? I think it's only $3.99 though.
$3.99 for 32 pages.
Oh, that's for Marvel. That's a giveaway.
Yep.
Yeah, when I saw the Alan Davis cover, I got excited. If he were doing the interiors, I would have been. That's instant yes.
Yeah, Damien doesn't even have his own cover. Sometimes they have their own like incentive covers to tell his art, but he doesn't have a cover on here. So apparently, he's not a cover artist. But we have a Marvel versus Capcom variant. Apparently, Todd Knock does an iconic variant cover. Okay. Weird. Yeah. But this is a Ricky Yagawa cover.
At least this is pre-Kitty Pride Parade.
You know what? I don't think Claremont will write any of that crap.
Oh no! Chris Claremont has retroactively gayed up more characters than J.K. Rowling.
Really?
Oh yeah, he said he wanted to make all of them gay. Now I don't know if he was just trying to go along to get along at the time.
Because I don't know when he said that, but I'm just saying that I read the Gambit and all his throwbacks. None of it has any mention of any characters being gay.
But he said that he wanted to make I can't remember who. There's just a whole bunch of characters he said he wanted to make
Magic.
God, I hope not. She was 13.
If anything, the character should be gay, be Colossus, because no one cares about him. Anyway.
Well, you got your wish in the Ultimate Universe. Right? He was gay there.
Yep. Yeah. It's multiple characters' first appearances in this issue, too, as well. So. Actually, like I said, I'm excited to pick this up. You know, I just didn't want to put it on my pull list because when I keep forgetting that this isn't a reprint. I thought it was because of all the art, because Alan Davis, I thought maybe it was a reprint art. Forgot the original was Frank Miller, wasn't it?
Well, I would. All kidding aside, if you do pick this up, read go Yo Ho Ho, the original series, because it's well worth the read, and it'll probably make a lot more sense.
Well, I already read the follow up to it before with Extreme X-Men. Actually, had a follow up to the story.
But like I said the original. It's still one of the best miniseries Marvel's ever done.
I read it. I just haven't read it in like the past 10 years. So it's been a while. We got Snot Girl. Sort of Conan. It's always a good time to have that magazine. Terminator, you guys can just drop. That book just sucks. There's no point to it whatsoever. There's no follow up where they're going to actually have a point to the end of this. It's just random shit. Look, it's basically the Terminator's been. There's a random Terminator in this decade. There's a random Terminator in this decade, in this scenario, in a submarine, in space. And there's no objective. It's just a bunch of just loose things going on, and it's not connected. All right. Well, yeah, here's the power company coming back out. Recharged. Yeah. I don't think anyone cares. Mark Spears Monsters. There's a free comic book day there. What else we got here? VR Troopers is getting his own book, and then there's a Power Rangers. And then a free comic book, Scourge of the Serpent, Conan. I'm not sure if that's a reprint or just going to be a preview for a new coming up. I notice a lot of times these are just reprints. Like the book's already been out, and all it is just like, here, you can read this first issue of this book that's been out for about a year and a half. Godzilla versus Los Angeles. I wonder who's writing that. Yeah, see, number 4 has already come out for Mark Spears. They're showing number 0. So, the Phantom, though. If there's a new Mad Cave, that's what it looks like. If there's a Mad Cave one coming out, I'm picking that up. Like,
well, you know who's going to be writing it? Dan DiDio.
Ray Fox.
No, I bet well, okay, I can live with that.
Yeah.
But DiDio's writing him in Defenders of the Earth. I just assumed he would take this.
Yeah. Phantom Lee Fox have introduced superheroes back in all the new adventures. First story, an exciting publishing plan that ensures to satisfy both the new returning fans. Oh yeah, fans at the PH of the comic beloved Ghost who walks in true Phantom fashion. Look forward to pulpy storytelling, focus on justice, honor, and mystery, and the mythology, all told with heaps of action. So, hey, what's going on, Eloise? Great to see you here.
I may have to ask them to pull a Phantom for me for free comic book cases. I've never been to one.
Yeah, they're on Saturdays. I go there on Wednesday. It's like a 20-minute drive.
Well, it's also, I mean, I work Saturdays. It's usually Derby Day. Phil always takes Derby Day off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it took a Derby. Yeah. But I don't know, man. Like, it looks pretty cool. Ghost who walks and meets the fan who waits. Yep. Everybody's apparently this is a new people are just heard about it for a while now, since February. So, but I'm looking for it. It's Mad Cave, so why not? Dude, I'll just keep reading Dick Tracy, and I'll have the Phantom. Oh man, and I have Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Dude, that's great. Mad Cave's doing all sorts of wins.
And wasn't Johnny Quest from Mad Cave also?
Johnny Quest was Dynamite.
Okay, so Johnny Quest. Oh, okay, yeah, Johnny Quest and Space Ghost are having a crossover, the two Dynamites. That's right.
The two Dynamites, yeah. So I'm looking forward to this. And Godzilla versus, what is this? Godzilla. Dave Baker, Gabriel Hahn. Godzilla versus Los Angeles, Brave the Bull. I mean, looks kind of cool. I don't recognize anybody in there. Heavy Metal number 1. Giant Size first issue coming out for $15 magazine.
What about that Speed Racer free comic book day things? That's
did I pass it up already? That's right.
That's right there.
That's Mad Cave. That's Mad Cave.
Yeah. I'm curious if I've heard of the writer.
David Pepose.
Then I'm gonna see if I can get that one pulled for me too.
Wow. One part Drive, another part Baby Driver, another part Fast and Furious, with classic anime manga inspiration throughout. Fans new and old are given a new front row seat.
Oh, fuck.
What?
Look who's writing the backup.
Mark Russell. Yeah. Well, remember, this is just this thing.
But it looks like he's going to write a Racer X,
Yeah.
series.
It's been a spinoff series.
Fuck.
Oh, who knows? Maybe they'll actually tell him, "Hey, bitch, you actually have to write the story. You can't.
Every licensed property Mark Russell's ever written, he's destroyed.
Nah.
Like you had Fred and Barney fighting income inequality in the Flintstones.
You're in the Stone Age. There's
Something really, really stupid.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I said, let's see how it goes. But yeah, Street Fighter then versus Rebel Schools. Dark Duck Skull's coming this week. That's also been a really good series. Dark Horse, the Goon, them that don't stay dead. Frankenstein, Seas Forever, Kill Train. I read the first issue and I never went back. I know Jeff was reading that.
I still am too. Hopefully, 4 is the last one. It's not bad. It's just we've seen it before.
Fun Comics facsimile this week too. Dr. Fate.
Yeah, I said I've got the Millennium Edition. They put out the turn of the century, so I'm good on that one.
$6 just for the normal. It's not even the full cover. It's just $6.
Well, it's also like 68 pages.
I know, but still, it's just like, yeah. There again, it says some weird stuff here. Hey, look, the crow. Oh wait, it's not the crow. It's a female crow. And this reprints are showing. But all right. Oh, this is the other thing coming out this week. Yeah. Xenoscope Legends, Spring 2025, #1. This is a preview for everything's coming out. It's a free comic book day. Well, not free. It's actually $7. This is $7, actually. Now that I look at it. Image First are coming out this week too as well. We have The Scorch, #1 for $1. Some other books. 40 pages contents. It says, do 3 never before release stories featuring Robin Hood, Liesel Van Helsing, and Killer Cobra. I'm picking this up because I said, why not? 48 pages for $7. So, add another book to your list. And I think that's it. Oh yeah, Badger, Shock and Roll.
Yeah, my store hadn't gotten any of them.
I only had the first 2. That's it.
Yeah, I haven't had to get 2 or 3. So if trade comes out, maybe I'll pick it up. But yeah, it's
My Little Pony Tournament of Mysteries. Yeah, so you'll do bad things. So anyway, let's look at trades. This week in trades, Transformers Book 1, Deluxe Edition, hardcover, $50. All right, then hey, look, it's Jeff. It's Jeff first. Oh yeah, do you hear what Tom Brewer said about Jeff? Yeah, they're not. Even though he's the most popular character in the Marvel Rivals game right now, like he doesn't want to make a book. He doesn't want to do anything. He was going to make, instead he's doing some other book that no one cares about. It's like people are like, why aren't you capitalizing on something that's actually popular? People are actually falling in love with the character. You're stupid.
As much as I hate agreeing with Brevoort on anything, the MCU's success never translated in the shops. So I don't know if the Rivals is very popular, but remember when people would come in and get Batman Fortnite just for the skin and then leave the comic? Yes, you got their money, but I'm not sure that that's good. I don't know that if you put out a comic of a character from that game, if it would be that big of a sales bomb. I honestly don't know. No. It's not the dumbest thing he said in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Makes the Superman Modern Era Epic Collection collecting Coming Home. We got here All In Saga, Precious Metal, Kill All Immortals, which ended with a whimper or a fin. We don't know if it's going to continue or not, but Ford versus Galactus trade. I got some Sam Twitch, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventures Compendium. Yeah, that's right. You heard it. The compendium, complete compendium, or at least the first part of the Archie compendium. Which I don't know how they got how IDW was able to do this. I know. Well, guys, what I did. It's right. I does it as own license, right? But Archie was the original one. Yep. This collects the Archie 3 issue miniseries. Then also the Archie Adventures 1 through 17, plus the short stories. Then Million Year to Birth, Night of the Monster X, Metaforces, Forgotten Timothy the Adventure, Yellow Ho Ho, and a Bottle of Mutagen, Doomsday Hassle, and Banshee Cancel. We've been reading this series, the Archie one, over on the channel here on Saturday nights around like 9 p.m. Eastern. It's been fun. So I've never seen it collected before. So anytime I see anything that's Archie related, the Archie company that has no longer rights to, snag it, man. Get it what you can, because yeah, Archie Sonic, hard to come by. Then we have Batman vs. Robin, Grant Morrison, Volume 2. Yeah, Grant Morrison's supposed to be taking over after Jeff Loeb's done. I'm out. I'm totally out on Batman now. Ace. Silver Age Volume 2 omnibus of Green Lantern. Nice. Tower of Shadows, The Lost Marvels Volume 1. Dude, this is a really good book. If you've never heard of Tower of Shadows, Fantagraphics is bringing back this series that was short-lived. It is from really old writers that are probably no longer breathing at all. They probably kicked the book probably 20 years ago. Very good series, horror anthology stuff. Check it out. There's The Rocketeer, Breaks Free. We reviewed that on this channel. Also, Prodigy, The Indentured Servitude of Mars. Another good series. Marvel 1965 omnibus. Never. I've heard of it, just never don't remember what it's about. It's a serious form of parody. Best 1950s man-inspired and satirical comics. Yeah. But yeah, I don't remember this.
What?
May in 1965.
Those are literally just omnibuses of every book that was published in May of 1965.
That's what I thought it was. Yeah. Collecting Strange Tales 135, X-Men number 12, Journey Mystery number 118, Tales of Astonishment 1959, the number 70, Patsy and Hetty 101, Rawhide Kid, hey, 47, The Fantastic Four number 41, Amazing Spider-Man number 27, good book. Avengers number 18, Tales of Suspense number 68, Sergeant Fury number 20, Daredevil number 9, Modeling with Millie, probably the only that's good that's worth this. I like the most in this, other than Spider-Man.
No, this is
yeah.
I'm
just saying.
Okay, okay. First Juggernaut, the same month, and I didn't realize this until now. The Submariner series and Tales to Astonish started the same month that Nick Fury started in Strange Tales. So this is, I mean, yeah, but it's just, it's so random. Wally Wood wrote Daredevil number 9 and drew it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just can't see, paying that kind of money.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's counting on people to be interested in every genre they did. I mean, I'll tell you what this would be. Where it'd be worth it as a soft cover for maybe like $45. Then it would be worth it. But I can't see paying $100 for this.
Yeah, $50. Soft cover, I'd probably pay. But it's got Millie the Bottle and Modeling Millie. You should there. So, but yep, that's it for this week, though. We're gonna end it right here, and I hope you guys saw something that maybe you liked in there. Maybe one of the trades caught your eye. Ellie says just she's got a cold, woke up because of hungry. Wow, that's usually the good part, waking up is getting some food. I've started reading reprints of the Phantom novels from the 1970s. There was a company for a while in the past couple of years. I noticed that was just reprinting all of them. It was just like they're like in the 300s by the time, or 400s, but it wasn't Fantagraphics. It was something else. May have been Hatchet, or something like that. But hello to Imperial Goddess, who's watching over on Twitch, giving us the little love faces or hearts things. I don't care what the hell they are. They look like little bonks or something. I can't tell what they are. Streamer doesn't show them properly. But if you want to check out Imperial Goddess, she is live right now over on Twitch. Go to, it says right here, Imperial_Goddess. Basically, look twitchtv.com/Imperial_Goddess. She is live right now. And it's swooning. For what? Fred Flintstone? What do you mean swooning? She says, Hermes Press. Thank you. That's what it was, Brian. I was trying to think of what it was for the Phantom, but yeah. So if you like watching people playing like a video game stuff and this interaction, talking like that, or something in the background to have on while you're doing some other stuff, check out Imperial Goddess. She's really entertaining. She laughs a lot, so it's very very positive. So well, I came in this soon. You know what? It's the last time I give you shouts out, right? But no, we're gonna end it right here, though, guys. I hope you guys had fun, and I'm gonna go get some food, probably some Taco Bell. Taco Bell has you notice the Breen? Taco Bell has chicken nuggets now.
No, I would just hesitate going anywhere near Taco Bell.
I had them. You know what though? They're good. They weren't like McDonald's nuggets. They're actually like real nuggets, like stuff you get at Buffalo Wild Wings. They weren't like barbecued or anything stuff, they're seasoned at all. They're just regular breading, and what you can do is you can take them and they offer you like 3 different sauces, like a fire ranch sauce stuff. But when I got them, I just got them without the sauce, because I have my own stuff at home. Like I can put them in. They actually were decent. What's crazy about this? Not only did Taco Bell just start doing this, McDonald's just started doing their own McCrispy chicken strips, 4 pieces, and those are good. Arby's is being left in the dust. Arby's used to have good chicken strips, but McDonald's has done pretty well. McDonald's used to have chicken strips. They were the same texture as Arby's, the dried out, and you just bite into it. It's like you can't, But then the crispy ones are soft and and they're actually really good to season. And I said I recommend those if you guys look for chicken nuggets, or chicken strips. But all right, though, we'll kick Murky Tamako out of this chat, and we'll end it right here. But if you guys want to go check out Imperial Goddess, she's live on Twitch. She also streams on YouTube as well. You can check her out there. For those of you who don't like Twitch, you're curmudgeons and just like Twitch is for young kids. But if you guys want to check out about, I think around 10:45 Eastern, E will be going live for the cover ranking. So, which will be about half an hour from now. So, we'll see you guys later. I'm gonna get some food.
All right.
Thank you all for stopping by. And thanks for the love. All right. Later, guys.